Barry, a tough afternoon, but we expected that against full-time opposition. But certainly in the middle of that second half, when you actually got possession equal with each side, you stood toe-to-toe with London.
We did, yeah. We created some decent opportunities today with the ball. But field position wasn't great for large periods of the game. When we had some decent field position, we looked like a decent team today, but there were some bizarre things that went on out there today. Coupled with some poor efforts on defence from ourselves, but overall the momentum swing was just taken away from us too many times.
There did seem quite a few parts of the game where it almost seemed as though London had 3 sets of 6 compared to our 1, and that must take it out of the players, trying to get that momentum back against a full-time outfit.
Yeah, well, it is difficult, when you're defending the last play, and they put a speculative kick up and they come up with the ball, and you save a try and the ball comes out, and they get another set of 6. I'm not sure why we would, until you look at it, but I'm not sure why we'd reef the ball out on the last tackle when they're trying to offload the ball to score on the last tackle. I'm not sure why that would result in a penalty against us, but that type of thing that happened today happened a lot, which again against full-time opposition. The physicality of the game, wasn't a big difference. But there were times where they were just landing on their front, and the amount of tackling that we did got a little bit too much for us at times.
It didn't seem to quite have that intensity of the game against Lee, and I don't know whether again it's a good victory last week against Workington, but we didn't quite get off our line with that momentum that we did against Lee and really make some decisive tackling. We seem to let London boss the game a little bit and run at us. Yep,
they did. As a result of the momentum swings and their physicality, they got some quick rucks on us today, which meant that we couldn't generate line speed because we weren't back on side quick enough, and in effect the next tackle became a quick ruck again. But I'll give the guys some credit. We certainly didn't roll over, and at 22-6 the next score was important. They got it, but then we absolutely rallied, and like I said, we could have had 2 or 3 scores and made it a real touch and go game at the back end there. But we just couldn't get that next score to make it 26-18 and put them under too much pressure.
There were a couple of really good defensive efforts in that second half when wingers seemed to be away, and last-ditch tackling about 2 yards from the line and took them into touch. And that you must be encouraged by people that are still willing to do that sort of thing so late in the game.
Well, yeah, again, you're talking about full-time athletes, and the couple of try savers that Jimmy Watson and James Duckworth did were exceptional. They were outstanding, and it's such a fine line. We have a great chance to make it 26-18 there with Richie Barnett in that kick to the corner, and just couldn't quite grab it, before it goes over the sideline, and it would. It'd have been a nail-biting finish, I think, if we'd have got that score and made it 26-18. But the boys are a little bit disappointed. They're a little bit frustrated with how the game's panned out today. It certainly didn't flow as much as we wanted it to, because of the stop-start nature of it. But we certainly rallied, and we certainly didn't roll over. And the second half, we take a lot of positives out of that.
Got Dewsbury away next week, and it's always a tough game across at Crown Flat. And they've had a reasonably good effort today against Lee, holding them fairly close. But do you think you can go there and take some of the positives from today?
Well, we'll go to Dewsbury next week. We've played them twice. We had a close fought battle in the Challenge Cup a couple of weeks ago against them. It's a narrow pitch over there, and they play that pitch really well. They're probably the biggest side in the competition at Dewsbury. So we're going to have to roll our sleeves up. We're going to have to be prepared to make a tackle and then get back on side and defend again pretty quickly next week to be able to have a chance of winning the game. If we can muscle up physically, we'll give ourselves a chance.
All right, we'll look forward to next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.